Now at 5, the federal shutdown disrupts food assistance for some 4-state families. Plus, a Commerce Elementary School honors a 10-year-old student with a special memorial bench. And
President Trump insists his party will not budge as the shutdown standoff becomes the second longest in history. I'm Erica Brown with more on the deadlock and its impact on a critical food assistance program.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Some 4-state families who depend on assistance for food could soon face a greater challenge. This is KOAM News. I'm Dow Quick. As the federal government shutdown continues, officials across the 4 states are warning about possible impacts to SNAP benefits and the families who rely on them. Missouri's Department of Social Services says it may have to pause November benefits until federal funding resumes, a concern shared by leaders in neighboring states. Food banks throughout the region say even a short delay could be challenging for families who depend on those dollars each month.
It's going to be incredibly challenging for families, especially if this extends through November, because so many families are going to be relying on those benefits. And not only that, I mean, that's going to be very challenging for those, for the supply chain, for the food economy, because so many of those grocery stores also rely on folks spending those SNAP benefits in their stores to keep those grocery stores and those communities healthy. Because, I mean, that is not only paying the grocery store, that is paying the truck driver who's shipping that food, and that is paying the farmer who helped grow that food.
For families searching for food assistance or updates on SNAP benefits, local resources are available on our website. We're going to have more on this story for you tonight at 6. President Trump said on day 21 of that government shutdown that Republicans will not be extorted into giving into Democrats' demands. He made the comments during a White House lunch with Senate Republicans. Erica Brown is at the White House with the latest.
At a Rose Garden lunch with Senate Republicans Tuesday, President Trump blamed Democrats for the ongoing government shutdown and made it clear his party will not budge.
From the beginning, our message has been very simple. We will not be extorted on this crazy plot of theirs.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune said Republicans were united in their refusal to negotiate with Democrats until after a funding bill is passed to reopen the government.
Everybody here has voted now 11 different times to open up the government, and we are going to keep voting to open up the government, and eventually the Democrats, hopefully sooner or later, are going to come around.
Democrats continue to hold out for extended Affordable Care Act subsidies and reversals to cuts to Medicaid.
Republicans may not have time to fix people's health care, but apparently they got plenty of time for a mini pep rally with Donald Trump.
As the stalemate drags on, some states are warning the food assistance program known as SNAP could run out of funding and recipients might not receive full benefits come November.
If SNAP is lost, it will devastate this community.
At the Capuchin Soup Kitchen in Detroit, one mother says making ends meet on federal assistance is already a challenge.
It shouldn't be that you got to go in your pocket later to get cash that's going to short your bill, and well, one bill won't get paid today, just to make sure your children and you have food.
With SNAP funding uncertain, food pantries across the country are preparing for the increased need and are urging people in a position to help to consider donating. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
House and Senate Republican leaders suggested today that the current GOP measure, which would fund the government until November 21st, might need to be extended as the shutdown stretches on. A major security scare at the world's busiest airport in Atlanta, where police say they stopped a likely attacker. Authorities say the suspect, Billy Cagle, was checking out TSA security when he was stopped and arrested. Police found a semi-automatic rifle with dozens of rounds in his truck. Police were canvassing for Cagle after his family called 911 less than 30 minutes earlier. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for our first look at the weather.
And it definitely turned out to be a great Tuesday for us today. Still a little bit breezy, not as windy as what we did see yesterday, but that northwesterly wind kicking in 10 to 15 gusts near 20. And that is what has ushered in a little bit cooler air for us today compared to what we saw on your Monday. Clear skies, not much going on. We're going to see clear skies as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Another chilly night, 43-ish, 45-ish. Across the region. A little bit warmer as we go into your Wednesday. We go into lower 70s for afternoon highs. So a little bit above where we should be for this time of the year. And then Thursday, pretty much the same thing. We are going to get some clouds in here by Thursday afternoon. All right, so 60s, 50s, 40s through the evening hours. More rain in the forecast. We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
Catch you soon. A free service is helping Missouri families save on heating bills. As the temperatures begin to drop, the Joplin-based Economic Security Corporation's Weatherization Department continues to assist low-income families in reducing their energy costs. Eligible households throughout southwest Missouri can request work to be done on their homes, which can include door and window replacement as well as insulation installment.
We try to make people more comfortable in their homes. We try to seal up their homes to save them money so they're able to afford more food or medication rather than having to spend it on utility bills.
The services are currently in high demand with about 200 on the waiting list. The organization still encourages those interested to submit an application on their website. A Commerce Elementary School today honored a 10-year-old student who died in a UTV accident in April. The family dedicated a memorial bench outside the school in honor of Easton Freeman. The bench showcases some of Easton's favorite things, including fishing and also his love of Thomas the Tank Engine.
I knew Easton was a special kid, but I didn't know how much he was loved until after this incident and things that this community has done, the money that's raised for the family, the love that they've shown the family. This is just, it's outstanding.
Attendees were encouraged to wear camouflage as a tribute to Easton's love of fishing and hunting. Still ahead, how nature-focused getaways help travelers unwind and reconnect.
Do you ever feel like staying in one place a little longer? There's a name for that. It's called slow travel. I'm Wendy Gillette in Marina, California, with more on getting to know your vacation destination instead of just checking it off a list.
But first, in Health Watch, breakthrough research reveals a major decline in childhood peanut allergies. Topping today's Health Watch, obesity-related cancer is on the rise worldwide among both younger and older adults. A study in the Annals of Internal Medicine looked at increasing cases of 13 types of cancer and found that obesity was primarily to blame. The rise in cases is happening among all adults aged 20 and older, with endometrial and kidney cancer being the most closely related to obesity. There's a health condition affecting 90% of adults in America that most people have never heard of. It's called cardiovascular kidney metabolic syndrome, or CKM, and it's a newly defined condition encompassing heart disease, kidney disease, diabetes, and obesity. A survey by the American Heart Association found 9 in 10 adults aren't aware of the condition. Doctors say CKM increases the risk of heart attack and stroke and is reversible with changes to diet and exercise. Food allergies continue to increase overall, but peanut allergies have plummeted among children. That's according to a new study. Researchers say that's because recommendations have been revised. Parents are no longer being told to avoid giving babies foods that can potentially cause allergic reactions. Stephanie Stahl has more on that new study.
You could do like peanut butter with apple.
8-year-old Jack Ravner used to be allergic to peanuts.
It's a little stressful.
Mom says his allergy is gone now after being slowly exposed. New research says there are fewer children like Jake. Since 2017, peanut allergies in young children have dropped 43%.
We looked at medical records from 50 different pediatric practices in multiple states.
Dr. David Hill led the study at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia that looked at allergies to things like milk, eggs, and nuts. For decades, those were the foods parents were told to avoid giving babies. But that changed in 2015. The updated recommendation said the opposite. Babies should be exposed to tiny amounts.
What our research showed is that, in fact, providing these foods earlier is a way to train the immune system that the foods themselves are safe.
A total game changer.
Jake's mom, Dr. Lisa Ravner, is a pediatrician who's seeing a decline in kids with peanut allergies because of the revised recommendation.
And as a pediatrician, your advice to parents has changed.
Oh yeah, completely. There's a lot of education that goes into it around that this is safe to do.
Since the updated recommendation, about 60,000 children have avoided developing peanut allergies, according to the new research.
We've been able to implement what I think is one of the most important public health interventions in allergy.
Now there are a growing number of children like Jake who can enjoy foods without the worry of allergic reactions. Stephanie Stahl, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Doctors don't completely understand what causes food allergies, but many believe that higher rates of C-section deliveries, early childhood exposure to antibiotics, and our increasingly sanitized environments might play a role. A new poll finds 1 in 10 parents say their child plays outside less or just once a week or less. A University of Michigan survey found one reason could be parental anxiety, with 40% of parents saying they get nervous when their child goes too far or climbs too high. Survey also found screen time is increasingly taking up kids' playtime. Research shows outdoor play is good for both a child's physical and mental health. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, discover why travelers are slowing down their vacation pace.
Plus, we have more rain in the forecast and nice fall-like temperatures. We're going to look at that coming up. It definitely turned out to be a great Tuesday for us today. Temperature is fantastic, really close to where we should be for this time of the year. We started into our lower 40s and then upper 60s during the afternoon. Very close to our average high temperature for this time of the year. Quite a bit cooler, about 10 degrees cooler than what we did see yesterday. Not much going on, pretty much clear skies. We're going to see that as we go through the overnight hours. Still kind of a brisk, breezy northwest wind at about 10 to 15 gusts, upwards of about 20, but those winds will continue to come down as we go through the rest of the evening hours and then heading into Wednesday. All right, let's go through time. We're going to stop Wednesday morning. 42, 43, 44, 45 degrees. Clear skies. Look at the winds tomorrow. They kind of crank back toward the south, warming us up a little bit more. I think maybe 4 or 5 degrees warmer on Wednesday afternoon. 73, 74, 75 degrees across the region, but quiet. Tomorrow night, we slip back, not quite as cool, mid 40s. And then heading into Thursday afternoon, we get some mid and upper level clouds in here. Even a few little showers popping up to our southwest. We're going to keep the forecast dry for Thursday, but that could change. Thursday night, showers, even a few thunderstorms getting in here. Nothing strong, nothing severe, but a few rumbles of thunder. Here's 9:30 p.m. and then hit and miss light showers. After midnight into Friday morning, we are going to have a few batches that we get some moderate rain. Friday is going to be a cloudy, wet day. We're going to have showers kind of sticking around most of the day. All right, 43 to start, 66 by noon. High temp, 73 on your Wednesday. Through the evening hours, we slide back through the 50s into the 40s. Look at our temperatures right now, 66, 67, 68 degrees. So it's just fantastic across the region. Reason we're a little bit colder is we have this northwest flow right out of Canada. And as we go through the next few days, here's our next little wave. It's not, our main jet's up here, so it's in a sense a cutoff low, so there's nothing to shove it through. So it takes its good old sweet time. And then we get a kicker system. System kicks out behind it, it shoots the weekend wave, but it brings in another storm system as we go into early next week. So let's look at it. So Friday, clouds, showers. This will keep us near 60 all day long. High school football right now looks wet. Saturday morning, not much variance in temperatures, only rising about 6 or 7 degrees each day. Showers throughout the day on Saturday, Saturday night into Sunday, showers across the region. So if you need to mow, you probably want to do it in the next couple days. Your opportunity over the weekend may not be very good. And then as this system rolls out, we get a brief break, and then here we go again. Thunderstorms roll in Monday night into Tuesday. Some of those storms could be strong to low-grade severe, so we want to watch that. All right, rain chances or rainfall over the next several days. A lot of areas are going to pick up 1, 2, maybe 3 inches as we go through the next 6 days. 73 on Wednesday and Thursday. And then look at this, only about 60. Maybe 62 at best Friday, Saturday, Sunday with those showers moving in.
Boy, don't those temps look nice.
It's not bad.
Refreshingly cool.
It's not bad.
Thanks, Doug. Coming up, an update on the web services outage that disrupted thousands of sites worldwide. Topping today's Consumer Watch, Amazon Web Services is back and operational after that massive outage yesterday that rippled across thousands of internet sites around the world. Users yesterday had reported problems with popular platforms like Roblox, Venmo, and Snapchat, while multiple airlines and Amtrak said the outage caused some minor delays and brief technical issues on their ends. AWS says the outage was caused by an underlying internal subsystem responsible for monitoring the health of our network load balancers. That's a quote. More travelers are taking the slow road these days. Slow travel has become a popular trend since the pandemic as a greater number of Americans choose less busy and less crowded itineraries, letting their destination shape their trip. Wendy Gillette explains in today's Travel Tuesday reports.
Leaf peepers are popping up all over the Northeast this month, including at Schroon Lake in New York's Adirondack Mountains. It's one example of slow travel, when nature and an immersive experience shape the schedule, rather than packed to-do lists. The luxury travel network Virtuoso has seen the trend grow in popularity.
People are looking for that pause from their daily rush of life to absorb and soak in the beauty of the destination that they're in.
Rides on a pontoon boat, listening to live music around the fire pit, roasting marshmallows, hikes in the forest, and relaxing at the pool are some of the slow travel offerings from the lodge at Schroon Lake, where comfort food and drinks and two-floor cabins with views calm the pace.
People are by the fire reading a book, their kids are running around and playing, and there's so much laughter and happiness.
On the West Coast, travelers can get very up close with nature at Carmel Valley Ranch's Bee Class in Monterey County, California.
There's probably about 500, 700 bees in this train.
The resort, one of those we stayed at for a special rate, offers scenic views, farm animals to observe, and a spa where products are made with lavender grown on site.
We give guests a number of options to really unwind, slow down their pace.
But nothing spells slow travel quite like the ocean. The Sanctuary Beach Resort here in nearby Marina has rooms overlooking the dunes and Pacific.
Their steps from cauldrons lit up every night at sunset. Relaxed activities include beach walks and oyster shell decorating. Nearby, gourmet restaurants like Chez Noir and Carmel utilize local ingredients for leisurely meals.
They call it the salad bowl of America. So, most of the artichokes that are grown in America and the garlic are from right, 15 minutes up the road.
You can browse all that bounty at local farm markets or drop into some wineries for more contemplative time spent only as you wish. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Virtuoso says slow tourism can also mean avoiding overcrowded destinations and longer stays. A final check of the forecast up next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, Eye on America looks at why graphic and violent content is showing up on social media feeds despite calls for it to be taken down. Then on KOAM News at 6, more about the government shutdown and how it's affecting SNAP benefits. Plus, hear about how to weatherize your home for the winter. And in sports, Labette County High School football has success without its star player. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. Been feeling a lot more like fall this week.
Today was fantastic. We had a nice breeze, upper 60s to near 70s, smidge warmer than the next couple days. 73 tomorrow, 73 on Thursday. Now, showers, couple thunderstorms start to roll in Thursday night, and then showers, showery, and rain showers sticking around most of the weekend, which will keep our temperatures on the chilly side through the weekend.
Showers and then showery and then rain showers in that order.
All of it.
All right,
Yeah.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next. Of course, we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.